you guys. This is Miss McCreary here, ready to teach you about some grammar. So today's grammar skill that we're focusing on is A1, or AA1. So if you can scroll to Grammar and Mechanics, and then scroll down to where it says Form and Use Plurals Review. We're going to talk this week all about parts of speech, which are nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns. This should be a review for most of you, but it's common that a lot of times in like third, fourth, fifth grades, teachers might have skipped over these, so it's really, really good for us to go back and make sure that we know what all of these parts of speech are so that when the harder grammar stuff comes around, we are ready to go. So I'm just going to show you what I would always do before I start a skill. I'm going to click on Learn with an Example so that I can see what I'm about to do. So it says that in the title that I'm working with plurals, and I might remember back in 6th grade we talked about plurals of nouns. Means like there's more than one of them. So a noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. So to make it plural, we add an S. This should not be new information to anybody. However, there are some tricky rules when we're trying to make nouns plural. So what I'm going to do is read through these rules, and then I've taken a screenshot and I'm going to put it on the side as I go through a few examples. So for most nouns, you just add an S. For example, tree goes to two trees. But if a noun ends in an S, CH, SH, X, or Z, then you add ES to make it plural. If a noun ends in a consonant, then Y, then you drop the Y and add IES to make it plural. So for example, one baby, which is the consonant is B, and then it ends in a Y, so you drop the Y and add IES, two babies. Then, next rule, if a noun ends in F or FE, add the F in the F sound changes to V when it's plural, drop the F or FE and add VES. So for example, if it's wolf, it's not wolves, it turns into two wolves. The next rule, if a noun ends in F or FE and the plural form keeps the F sound, you just add an S to make it plural. So like chef turns to two chefs. And then if a noun ends in O, usually add S to make it plural. However, sometimes you have to add ES for the following: tomato, potato, hero, echo, tornado, volcano, and mango. And frankly, these are just things that you have to memorize. So the more you read and you see these words, the better off you'll be in turning these and being able to know when and how to make words plural. All right, so I'm taking a screenshot of this. We're going to go back and do some examples. I'm going to go back to practice. And on the right of my screen, I have these rules here so that we can reference them as we go through a few. So let me see if I can get both screens to show. Almost. Alrighty, there we go. All right. So it says advertisements in the 1950s consistently featured and targeted American housewife, rarely acknowledging that women also worked outside the home. It's telling me to complete the sentence with the correct plural. Remind yourself, plural means more than one of the noun, and the noun that they give me is housewife. I see that it ends in FE, so let's go over here. I see this rule here. If a noun ends in FE and the F sound changes to a V when it's plural, let me think. Is it housewives or housewives? Let me think. Wives or wives? It should be wives, so I'm going to turn it into VES, so it should be like this. And the next one. So the noun they give me is safe. I have to turn safe into plural. Before I even read the sentence, let's go over to the rules. If a noun ends in F or FE and it turns into V, is it safes or saves are harder to break than you might think? A safe with a 4-digit code can have as many as 10,000 possible combinations. That one's kind of tricky. Is it safes or saves? So this one's really tricky because it kind of sounds like it could be both, but check this out. If I turn it into saves are harder to break than you might think, is that changing the meaning of the word, or does it still mean like a safe, like where you keep stuff that you don't want anyone to get into? Saves sounds like the verb that I know. The lifeguard saves the baby who is drowning. That's different. So the plural of this noun is actually safes. We'll do one more. The bakers at Miss Perry's shop hastily packaged 100 loaf of bread. I have to turn loaf into loaves or loaves. Which one do you guys think it is? Let's go look at the rule. It ends in an F. We keep getting these F ones. Okay, so it's loafs or loaves. I've heard people use the word loaves when it's plural, so I'm going to turn that into VES, following the rule over here. They keep giving us ones with Fs. I'd love for us to get one more before, one with a different ending other than F before I stop. We'll try one more. The proof from Marie's graduation photo session just arrived. She now has 6 weeks to select and order her favorites. So proof is like a draft of something, like a first copy. So we're turning that into proofs or proves. And this one sounds similar to like the safes one. If I turn this into proves or like proves like this, that changes the meaning of the word. So I know that it has to be proofs. Oh, here's one more. Okay, without an F. Here we go. This one ends in O. So I remember from the rules. Oh no, my copy or my rules didn't save the one here. Oh, there it is. Yep. If you look at the last rule, so we're turning potato into potatoes. Let's see here. However, add ES for the following exceptions. Potato is on the list. So originally from Peru, potatoes weren't introduced to Europeans until the arrival of Spanish explorers in South America in the 16th century. Boom. All right, you should be set to go. Use those rules for sure to help you. Again, you can find them when it says learn from an example. Okay? Good luck. Get that to 80.